What are we as guitar players trying to accomplish? Besides the obvious, the free drinks, the chicks, what we're trying to do is sound good, play music, be creative. Hi, I'm Steve Fryette, president and designer of Fryette Amplification, and originally founded as VHT Amplification in 1989. We're probably known best for our big power amps like this. Guitar players want little amplifiers like this. What I'm trying to do is get the sound of the big stuff that we make into the little package that guitar players want. Guitar players are becoming more aware of getting good sounds at very low volumes with the minimum amount of interface problems, multiple units plugged in together, the cost of having a head slaved into a load, going into a DI box. Just make one seamless little package. You sit it on your desk, answers a lot of needs for players that are frustrated with modeling, with playing too loud, with being told to turn down, with not being able to mic an amplifier in an apartment at 4 o'clock in the morning. All these kinds of things we want to try to solve with one product in one nice little convenient box. There has never been a good one yet. It's never worked quite right. It's always missing a little element. We've got all the pieces together. This is Paul Schaefer. He came to me with a...
Schaefer. Don't say Paul Schaefer, okay. I have hair.
All right.
We decided to come up with a product that would actually work the way a direct recording guitar solution should work. But what we've come up with is the GPDI. The idea is that it gives you everything you need to get a great guitar sound that sounds and feels like a real tube amp. No one has actually really done that before with the 1-watt amps. It also has a cab simulator of sorts. The idea behind it was to, instead of try to just simulate what a cabinet does, give the effect of having a cabinet and microphone without actually having to try to simulate the cabinet and microphone. We studied the way that microphone and speakers and cabinets interacted and gave the user the same sort of control they would have if they were micing in a guitar amp.
We're calling this the Valvulator GPDI. GPDI means guitar preamp and direct injection box, because that's what it does. It's part of Fryette's Valvulator line, like our previous guitar preamp, the GP3. Here is the front panel of the GPDI. The upper row of controls is for the preamp section with an overall voicing switch, gain controls, and the equalizer. There's a lot of range available. You can go from pristine clean to truly insane amounts of gain. The power section controls the 1-watt tube power amp. There's a switch for choosing the overall feel of the power amp, a master volume control which also acts as the overall volume control when you're using the GPDI into a speaker cabinet, and a dynamics control which lets you switch from a looser, more vintage feel to a tighter, more modern feel at the turn of a knob. The cab section controls the voicing of the direct outputs. I'll be doing a video dedicated to this section soon, as it is quite sophisticated. The output section controls the output of the direct out, with a level control and a switch between the amp signal and a tube buffered DI. On the back panel, we have an output for the 1-watt tube power amp. This can feed any guitar cabinet, including a 412. There's an output for connecting to an external power amp. This bypasses the cab section. There are 2 direct outs. The upper one is the main out, which is controlled by the front panel output section, and the lower one is a dedicated direct out, which is always at unity gain. We provided both, so you can record both the amp and DI signals with a minimum of fuss. The direct outs have balanced hybrid jacks, so you can connect either an XLR cable or a TRS cable. You can of course also use a regular guitar cable. The aux section has an extra rear panel instrument connection, so you can use the GPDI in a rack. It also has a pad so you can use line level equipment such as a keyboard, or to use the GPDI as an effect in a recording situation. We will be going more in depth into the features of the GPDI in future videos.
Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to your questions and comments over the next few weeks.
The atoms go into the crystals